1 million Nigerians, 1 million people on this shit, man. We're gonna strike it. So, bro, thank you for coming to the call. Let's get it rolling, bro.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure to be here. As you guys know, we are traveling, so my schedule is quite slammed, but Malachi has been working hard for the team, and so when I see leaders like Malachi out there planting their flag and really tattooing themselves with CashFX because they've done all of the due diligence and they are now faithful advocates of the project, you know, I like to make sure that I'm involved and available for support. With that being said, I do have to tell you, we have 30 minutes today. 30 minutes. I have a hard stop at 6:30. I've got to get out of this hotel room and get to another meeting. So as I understand it, everybody that's coming on the call has already seen the project, has gone through some overview stuff and understands some of the basics. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to really utilize this time today to address any concerns, anything specific that somebody needs clarification on or wants to know a little bit more detail around. So I don't know if you guys have questions that have been submitted, or if somebody just wants to pop on and introduce themselves, and we can start clarifying some things for the team here.
All right, boss. Yesterday I did a full presentation to this team, Cash, seven-figure boss team.
Yep.
And we went in details to show them the whole system about the companies, and some questions were also asked, which I was able to deal with most of them.
Yep.
So we handled the whole situation, and this call tonight is for you to maybe, like you said, anybody who have some a little more concern, what they need to understand more about the program.
Sure.
That is, you know, so they can just maybe throw it up, and because the truth is that this team actually want to blow it up on their own part. So I trust them, and I know what I can do.
Okay. So, well, let's do this. How about we do this? We have 30 minutes. Let me go ahead. I'm going to share a couple of screens with you guys, and then I'm really just going to highlight. So for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Justin Halliday. I'm here in Jacksonville, Florida. I am an active seven-figure earner. That means it's seven figures every year. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody.
Boss, please, can you mute everyone?
Yep, I'm going to do that right now. I am I'm a seven-figure earner. You know, people like to throw that title around because at some point in their career, you know, they might have made $100,000 in a month, and so they like to consider themselves, you know, seven-figure earners. But I've been a full-time entrepreneur now for 8 years. I run several different businesses. I'm not just a network marketer. In fact, I consider myself more a networker than a network marketer. I'm just looking for a code here to get into my back office because I'm going to show you a couple of things as well. And we've had a lot of success. When I say when we come into projects like this, it's usually me and a couple of my partners coming together and we build together, which always seems to work out the best for us. Hold on, I got a code to plug in here. And so, you know, one of the things I pride myself on is picking the right deals. You know, in all of my networking career, I've only been a part of 4 companies, four that I've built, 5 that I've been a part of, but one I didn't build. I never became comfortable enough to actually introducing it to our network as an influencer on social media, as somebody who has a lot of people relying on the decisions that the team makes when we do our due diligence and verify companies and technologies and results. We've only built 4 companies, and all 4 of those companies made a lot of people a lot of money. Now, in the last 3 years, we all know that many companies have come and gone. Right? Many companies have come and gone. I know there's people on this call that have, you know, worked hard in bringing in teams and putting a lot of money into projects that have come and gone. And so we understand the space that we're dealing with right now does come with risk and reward. And so one of the things we did from the beginning when we were introduced to this project, and I'm going to go here, just getting a couple of windows ready for you guys because I'm going to share a few different things. We're going to start out here. I'm going to talk to you guys today about transparency. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit today about integrity. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the difference between intentions and execution. I've been a successful business owner, like I said, full-time entrepreneur for 8 years. Have built large marketing sales teams for corporate American companies. And I carry a large group of people with me. And so there's a big difference between intentions and execution. And so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about that today. So the first thing I want to share with you is how I found out about this project. And so if you guys have not had a chance to check out the website yet, do yourself a favor and check out the website because there is a plethora of information. This is one of the most sophisticated websites I have seen in all of online, offline business, marketing, etc. Okay? Hang on a second. Let me close. Got these pop-ups. I think they're coming from Facebook. Let me see if I can get rid of. Yeah, no, I don't even have it open. Okay, so it's just an amazing website for information. It gives you information about our academy. Now, I want you guys to make a note there that the academy is going to be accredited at the university level by the Minister of Education in Panama. That's the first investment the company's making. So you have to understand something. When you look at a company, like you guys are, you're making a decision. Do we want to run with these guys? Does this company have what it takes? And should we, invest our time, energy, resources, and hard-earned money into building this company? And when you think about two things, company owners can say things, right? And we want them to say the right stuff, but then we want to see what they're actually doing. Because at the end of the day, I'm more concerned with where their hips are going than their moving of their lips are moving. You understand? So it's not so much what they're saying, but what are they doing? And one of the things they're doing is investing into the academy. The academy curriculum is being built out as we go, and will be completed very soon. But that academy, the company is working directly with the Minister of Education in Panama to make sure that the academy is actually accredited at the university level. That means people are actually going to learn how to trade if they go through the education. There's a lot of companies out there that say they have education, but it's really only there for compliance, meaning they have to have some sort of product, or else it's not a legal network marketing Forex company. What we have is real education. But make sure that you go and do yourself a favor and check out the website. It has a background of the story. Guys, this company was not created overnight. This is not a project where Oscar and Edwin, and there's our two co-founders there, where they got together and said, you know what, let's just go ahead and start a Forex company. People are making a lot of money in Forex. Let's go for it. No, this is something that has been being built for over 2 years, you guys. The strategies that we're using, right? The algorithms and AI, artificial intelligence, the EA, the expert advisors, these are all proprietary, and these strategies have been developed over the last 2.5 years. The compensation plan, this is not going to be a training on the compensation plan. We can come back and do that. There's recordings out there for that. But the compensation plan was worked on for 6 months before it was released. 6 months of testing and building and analyzing a compensation plan that it is both scalable and sustainable. Meaning, I don't believe we're going to have one of those companies where in 6 months they realize, shoot, we're paying out too much money. It's all sustainable. And so the relationships that were made over the last 2 years and the development work that was done brought us to July 15th of 2019 for pre-launch. And so you can get a nice extensive background of Huáscar Lopez, CEO and co-founder, Edwin Abad, co-founder and VP of Trading Operations, very transparent. This number is actually 16,000 members. You guys are a part of the PowerTeam originally. That's Luigi and my team brand. And we have 90% of the company right now. So we have about 15,000, little over 15,000 members are in the PowerTeam. That's where Malachi falls. And now Big Sam is directly part of that. So you guys get to leverage our expertise and our support while you guys are building over there in Nigeria. You know, over 40,000 successful payouts. I'm going to tell you guys something. Why is this different? Why is this something different, something new? There's so many reasons. One, the company has never missed a payout. We've been running since July 15th, and every single Saturday for 8.5 months at the stroke of noon, which is 6 p.m. Nigerian time, we get paid. The money from the weekly trades, the money from our unilevel is pushed into our balance. Surely every company that we've ever been a part of has run into some kind of payment delay or payment issue. The strategies that I've been talking about are resulting in over a 90% positive trade execution. And I can tell you that the drawdown, and I'm not a trading expert, so I'm not going to handle any questions today that has to do with exactly how the company is trading. The drawdown has been between a 3 and a 5% drawdown, which the average trader today is somewhere between 10 and 15. And so you see the results of some of the trading technology. But I want to talk to you briefly about how I got introduced. If you guys are coming on here, you're on mute. When people pop into a meeting and they just come in here and start talking, it's so unprofessional. Please mute yourself if you come off mute. Now, again, like I was saying, I want you to focus right here on the CashFX technology consulting team. Okay, this is my mentor, one of my mentors, Ron Pope. He is a 10-figure earner. He has been in network marketing since '97. He's a multi-millionaire. He owns several companies, not just the Conversion Pros, which is a company that he launched, I guess, about 6.5 years ago, which works with network marketing companies, building funnels and back offices and compensation plans. His CEO is co-founder and CTO Jamie Beck, but these guys are in the States. They're United States based. They're very successful. They've built hundreds of different systems, millions of lines of code, and they are the backbone of the CFX infrastructure. Ron is a mentor of mine. I met him 8 years ago, and we stayed in touch and became really good friends. And when Ron split off from network marketing and retired, he left the space and started building systems and ran his other companies. He lives in Henderson, which is right outside of Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is interesting. And so here's a big note that I want you to take away. For those of you that are really paying attention today and not distracted and really looking for it to build a 7, 8, 9, 10-figure business, pay attention because this is going to be a valuable call. Ron Pope in 6 years has never called me and said, I found a great project. Hey, I've got a compensation plan, Justin, that I know you and your team can do amazing things in. Hey, Justin, I'm working with a company that has a great product. Hey, Justin, we found a program with a great service. Hey, Justin, you can make He's never once called me because he's never once in 6 years since he retired and launched the Conversion Pros, He's never joined another network marketing company. For me, that speaks volumes. So when Ron called me on, I think it was the 10th of July, CFX hadn't even opened for pre-launch yet. And he said, hey, listen, we speak a couple of times, like 3 or 4 times a month, almost weekly. And he says to me, hey, man, I know you and Luigi have done really well in the crypto space. He says, I've got something here. It's a unicorn. It's a diamond. And it's just waiting to be polished. And I have to show you. And I had one question. That's Ron Pope there on the left. I said, Ron, I have one question. He said, what's that, Justin? I said, Ron, did you take a position? He said, absolutely, I did. I said, you joined as an affiliate. He said, yeah, and I would be your sponsor. I said, Ron, that you've said enough. Send me the information. We're in. Ron, if you're in, we're in. Because, Ron, I know you had your attorneys do the due diligence. I know you had your team check the results and the technologies and everything that's going on. And on top of that, he's known Huascar Lopez for almost 8 years. They've made a lot of money together. They're very close personal friends. And so I knew the relationship that this company was being developed out of. So we took a position. In fact, he called Huascar and said, hey, we got to get Justin on board now. These guys are gonna do some big numbers. We need to get them in before pre-launch. And so they put me in at a $300 position. We paid for it, $300. I then said to Ron, okay, get us on a call with Huascar so we could understand the vision. And just like you guys, we wanted to know, why is this going to be different? Because we never joined a Forex deal. Let me repeat that. We never joined a Forex deal because none of the Forex deals, none of them could show us everything we wanted to see, like the trades, like the infrastructure, like the technology. How are they making money outside of the compensation plan? And so we passed on deal after deal. And believe me, my inbox was full with all of those arbitrage projects and all of the Forex opportunities, and we never joined a single one. But I knew out of the gate something was different about this one. So we got on a call with Huascar, and it was a 90-minute call. We spoke for an hour and a half. We mostly listened. He did a lot of talking, and we formed a connection on that call. And I can tell right away, again, I'm a successful 20 years of success in business management, team development, customer service development, building sales teams, building network marketing teams. I've developed a skill set over the years that helps me determine a person. And are their intentions good? Now, if you caught my opening statement, you heard me say intentions are good, but execution is better. And so we had a really good call. And I had a good feeling about Huascar. He seemed like a very honest guy. He seemed like somebody that lined up with my same beliefs, like transparency and honesty and integrity. And so we got off that call, and I called Ron and I said, okay, I want to meet Huascar in person. Can you set that up? And he said, well, let me find out. So Ron is in Vegas. I'm in Florida. Huascar and his fiance were expecting their second child in Orlando. So the timing could not have been more perfect because I live about 2 hours from Orlando. And I was actually going to Orlando with my family for a vacation. And so I said, I'm willing to take a day out of the vacation and come over to the house and sit down with Huascar and really understand the business. And I said, Ron, you need to be there. And he said, well, I'm in Vegas. I said, no, you need to be there. He said, all right, let me see if Jen is interested in going. Jen is his wife. I told you we're good friends. Our families are friends. And so he called me back about an hour later. He said, Jen would love to go to Orlando. She wants a vacation. We're going to Orlando. I'll set up a day where you guys can come by and we can sit down and talk more about the business. And so that day came. It was a Saturday. And it turned out that Huascar was staying about 10 minutes from my condo in Orlando. It was in Kissimmee. And so we went over there. I went over there, very important, understand this. I went over there believing that their intentions were good. But companies close up every day with good intentions. Intentions are not what make legacy companies. Execution is. And so I went over there to determine, can Huáscar Lopez and Edwin Abad execute this monster vision? Can they really do it? And after about 6 hours, I was convinced. I had heard enough, I had seen enough, which wasn't much, but I was convinced that their background, their experience, the team that was supporting them, the traders, who we didn't even know who they were at the time, the brokers, you could see them here, the brokers, EverFX, highly licensed. Look at this. They've got all of the licensing. We can go to their website and you can view the different licenses that this regulated broker has. And so I was convinced in that meeting that they had what it took to execute this company, this big vision. And so that night, Luigi and myself, we bought a $10,000 contract. So we upgraded our $300 contract to $10,000, and we went to work immediately. We didn't hesitate. We didn't sit on the fence. We started making call after call after call. We pulled out our Rolodex of big leaders and huge influencers and network marketers. And in 4 months of pre-launch, and I'm not telling you this to brag, I'm telling you this because you guys are in a major position. This is a new market. Although there's a couple teams growing in Nigeria and other areas of Africa, it is untapped, you guys. And so we went to work, and in 4 months in pre-launch, we put 6,000 people in the business. 6,000 people, and we are the first members of the President's Club. In fact, we hit President's Club the day the company opened up, and we won a Porsche 911 2020 911 Turbo. The company paid us $100,000 in Bitcoin for that car. We won't get into the compensation plan training, like I said, but we can do something later, and there's plenty of materials out there. My point is, this company can execute, and what has looked like a good project has quickly turned into a legacy company. Now, a couple of key pieces. When we got involved, the company promised that we were going to have a web TV. Okay, the company promised that we were going to have a web TV. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a video here. So I'm going to stop sharing for a second. And I'm going to pop into this window. And I want you to see this video, which you may or may not have seen yet. And so, a couple of promises. I used the term integrity in the beginning, right? There's transparency, there's truth, there's honesty, there's integrity. Those are all very similar type words. Integrity, basically, my definition of integrity, you guys, is you do what you say you're going to do. We all want to be men and women of high integrity. At least that's who I want to work with, men and women who see themselves having a high level of integrity. If you say you're going to do something, gosh darn it, do it. Just do it. And so in pre-launch, we were promised we were going to meet the traders, a trading team with real trading experience, real success and real strategies, real algorithms. We were promised that we were going to meet regulated brokers. Not every broker is regulated. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Most brokers aren't licensed. In fact, most brokers they're not even connected to the market. They're riding your bets. They're riding your trades, and they're hoping you lose so they can keep your money. We were promised we were going to see the trades. We were promised an office. All of this was based on promises, and I told you in the beginning, I could see that Huáscar and Edwin were men of integrity. We believed that they were going to deliver what they said they were going to deliver, and we are blessed and fortunate today that we did, because everything was delivered. And so if you look here, we were told that there was going to be an office. just going to get to the slides here. And so we were told there was going to be an office. Now these are from the architect. This is what the office is going to look like when it's finished. Beautiful global headquarters for CashFX, where you guys can come, you can bring leaders, you can call your own and be proud to know that we have a gorgeous office where real trading is taking place. But during the launch event on November 8th, we got a chance to go to the office. And even though the office wasn't finished, we got a chance to talk to the owner of the building, a billionaire. And he talked about his relationship with Waskar. And again, more about his integrity and just his business code of ethics and how he operates. And then we got to see this.
So the number one question that I got before I left to go to Panama, everybody wanted to know, are they really trading?
That's the number one question we have been asked. And that's the number one question most of you have probably asked Sam or whoever introduced you. Are they really trading? Are they really trading?
Is this really happening? Is this really a true company? Is this really an opportunity that I can get in, that I can put in some of my hard-earned money?
There it is. Can I trust that I'm going to put in some of my hard-earned money and they're actually trading?
And not have somebody just run away with it. Guys, here's your proof right here. Take a look at this wall of a computer that is trading real time for you and I. All right, here we are on the floor, just to make sure everything is up. Wow, dude, look at this.
Listen, how's the PowerTeam here? PowerTeam on
And so I told you before, it's good when companies talk about stuff, but then they show you and you can see the level of investment. And actually, there's three of the traders right there in that screenshot. There's Hildo on the right, John in the center, and Javier. And the two gentlemen here on the right in the center, they're actually software designers. And so they work specifically on the EAs and the algorithms. And so when you see a company that makes this type of an investment, they bought the entire floor in the building. The owner was at liberty to share with us that they paid over 7 figures, close to $2 million for the office. And then the furniture and the custom wood and the technology that they're bringing in-house is just a whole nother level of investment. So when you think about what they did at the launch, you think about they fulfilled every single promise, you guys. Every single one. We got to meet the brokers. And again, these are not just this is not just a small broker. These guys are handling billions of dollars of liquidity in a $1 trillion market. They're heavily licensed. They're going to be acquiring more licensing. They have their own technology, their own dedicated servers. They connect directly to the market. They have some of the fastest transactional servers in the entire space, which means from the time the trade is placed to it's executed is like a millisecond, which if you know anything about Forex is huge because you can lose a lot of money in a millisecond. And they were at our event. And we got a chance, not just us, not just me and Luigi, but hundreds of other folks who flew into Panama to investigate this project, got a chance to sit down with the brokers and find out that CashFX is, one, yes, they're absolutely trading, and two, that their trading success has been amazing. The COO got on stage and said, in 20 years, he's not seen a company come through, at least his brokerage, with the types of strategies and the types of percentage profits that these guys are making. Then we got to meet the traders, another promise that they delivered on. And we got to meet and sit down with them for 3 days. and build a relationship with them and understand their background in developing EAs, understanding how the strategies work and what they're doing out there. And so all of that plus, and you're not going to see anything today because the market is not open, plus we have the web TV. And this is live trades. This is not broadcasted. This is not recorded. You can actually watch this in the back office. You can open up, if you already have a broker account set up somewhere or you want to go out to TradingView, you can cross-reference the cross pair and you can see that they're actually trading. You can see the open trades. You can see the lot sizes. You can see whether it's a buy or a sell order. You can see the pip counts. You can see how many total trades were placed within that pair. And so we have now this full transparency model. And so the launch was a success. Everybody that came out to investigate said that they were completely blown away. It was a unanimous decision by everybody that had come that they were going to start building this project from the beginning. So we talk about the transparency. We talk about the integrity, a company that actually does what it says. We talk about the fact that they have not missed a payment in 8 months. Again, you can see that on the website. We get into the technical details about the product and how the training works and who has access and how you complete the training and all of that sort of stuff. Look at that, 14,498 Academy access, 70,000 countries, 76,000 YouTube views on some of this training out on YouTube. We've got our app is coming out this year. So the app will allow you to get access to view trades and get different notifications when certain trades are being opened for those of you that want to go back there and check it out. And so that's where we're at right now. It's just a very, very exciting place. We're traveling the world, guys. Luigi and I, the company's not paying us to do this. We're using our own money, investing in our team, traveling all around the world. Yes, we're coming to Africa this year. We've already been to South Africa once. We will be coming back to support the team in South Africa and to Nigeria and possibly Zimbabwe. We have a team that has exploded in Zimbabwe, where if you know anything about Zim, the economic state there is like the company has crumbled economically. And so this has helped a lot of people in Zim find another breath of life financially. And so we're in Poland right now. I'm here with my entire family. I have 3 little boys. In fact, I'm going to have them come on and say hi to you guys so that you can see that we are real. We're going to the Netherlands. We're going to London, where we have an event waiting for us on the 14th. That's next Saturday, of over 700 people booked already. We'll probably have 1,000 people in that room. And then off to Norway. Then in April, we're going through Canada. And then in May, we're supposed to have you can see where we've got set up here in May is going to be the corporate event, which is out in Punta Cana. In fact, I've already started a list of Nigerians that want to attend that event that need assistance with a visa. The company is ready to start getting that process set up. So you guys have what you need, letters of recommendation for the embassy. And so this is a company that has planted its flag in the space that is going to be around for many, many years. And I believe we're sitting on the first legacy company. There are no legacy companies in the digital space. There are none. There's legacy companies in network marketing that have been around for years and years and years that have products, physical products, but none in the digital space. And so that's what I wanted you guys to see today, why we're excited, why we're all in, why I'm dragging my family all around the world to do these events, supporting the team, why I'm taking time on my Sunday here in Poland to broadcast and share some of my excitement and passion and, you know, why we think this is different with you guys. And so with that being said, I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. I'm going to find Biggest Sam here. I'm going to unmute Sam, and I'm going to unmute Mr. Malachi, and I'm going to kind of turn it over to you, Sam, for some closing remarks.
Yeah, awesome. That was brilliant, bro. Super duper. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Justin. Thank you to Malachi, who has been the front ensuring that we get the full information prior to your arrival. A bigger thanks to Malachi. He has been my friend, my brother from another mother. And we've been doing this together back in the days in Lagos City. And looking at what we have right now in CashFX, you know, I was telling Malachi, I said, hey, come on, bro. 7-figure boss, we already have the education. We already have everything we need to run. But when I begin to go through the history of CashFX, oh my goodness, I said, bro, I think we could strategize together, we could work together, ensure, partner together big time to ensure this come bigger and help the 7-figure boss community understand value. Now, I told them, now, if it's not making money, bro, it's not making sense. So we need to make money. We need to ensure we get 1 million Nigeria, 1 million African on board this stuff. And for what you've seen today, now personally, I'm so excited. I know that the team is excited. And I believe that after this call, we're going to jump into it back to back. And I believe that you're going to be on ground for us. So anytime we need your support, your assistance on the call, we will definitely get it. Because for me and the team, 7-Figure Boss is a company that was set up in Nigeria to help a lot of Africans to be able to understand the Forex market big time. Okay? And looking at the plan that we have from a CFX company, I believe it's going to help us build a career massively in the industry.
I agree, man.
Are you there?
I'm here. Malachi, you want to add anything, brother?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Boss Justin. In fact, you're the first call I had with you. I will never forget that. The energy, the motivation, whatever I've gotten in CashFX today, my level is 99.9% of your contribution, because you are somebody I respect so much. You have a lot of energy and intelligence to guide one through, and I really appreciate you for putting up out of your own inconveniences time going through Poland and stuff to guide us on this. I want to let us know one thing here, guys. You will not understand the whole system today. It took me time, because this is the first system I've ever seen that cannot just be easily understood in one shot. So what you have seen today is the tip of the iceberg. I will encourage all of you to get as much data as possible, watch all the videos, follow through the system, YouTube of CashFX, almost everything that Mr. Justin said tonight. I said all of this yesterday to you guys. And you can see that because of my level of growth in the business, you can begin to understand that we are already aligning ourselves in the same position.
Yeah.
Just like what he said, the man that brought, there's a man, the Convention Pros company, he mentioned about him as his mentor. If you Google his name, you will see the staff figure. For him to stake his name in this project is a done deal. Every single person in the world talks about Convention Pros and Ron Pope. And somebody like Justin has never had any dent in his career, and he's the one leading these moves. So we are right in the right place. I will encourage all of you, jump up and get a link, push up. We have the support system that will help us. We have Justin here to always keep us going. For your information, Nigeria is already exploding in CashFX. I'm not telling you, look around. There are so many teams, so many guys on board every day with 10K, 15K, $5K, $2K every day ranking. Someone has gone to manager in less than 6 weeks. So it's a movement for all. And this is the first time we're seeing something like this. I just want to appreciate Justin and let you guys know that we are in the right place. Let's roll and rock and roll. And for every single time we make a move, we can always understand more by going through the videos and things that have been said here. Thank you very much, Mr. Justin. And thank you also, 7-Figure Boss CEO, who is Big Sam, who just answered a call to me. He's been my friend for a long time, and we run businesses together. And I really appreciate him for saying yes to this project with his team. May the Lord bless you, brothers. And thank you very much, Mr. Justin.
Okay. I believe we have a team. We're having some questions. We have some top leaders in the house. We're asking some few basic questions. I would like them to please put your question on the chat box if possible. indicate by raising your hand. Let's hear from them, and let's know how to roll with it, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this so I can answer a couple of questions. I don't see any in the chat right now, but here's what I'm gonna close out saying. I'm gonna back up what Malachi said. You're not gonna understand everything in 24 hours. The compensation plan is very unique. It's different than anything we've ever seen. In fact, it took me a good 2 or 3 weeks to wrap my brain around it and understand how the matrix works and understand how the bull and the bear interact with each other. But we've got a lot of good instructional videos out on the PowerTeam's Vimeo channel. None of those have referral links in there so that you guys can use them and incorporate them as you're bringing on new members. In your back office, let me just give you a quick little walk around here. So if you go into your back office and you go up top and you click on resources, you'll see FAQ. The team has done a really good job of putting together a very comprehensive frequently asked questions library. And so you can see things from when is the UTA level paid out, how does the price of Bitcoin affect our packages, when are the payouts done, how does the bear, after you earn 2x on the bear compensate work. I mean, anything that you would have a question on has been answered. So, spend the time, go through. Here you see resources. Here's your English compensation plan. If you have partners in other parts of the world, the company has translated that compensation plan into about 20 different languages. You'll also see here from the main website, from the dashboard, you'll also see corporate webinars happen every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Right here, overview presentation. And we have those webinars coming on Monday, Wednesday, Friday in different languages. We have Afrikaans, we have Chinese, we have Polish, we have French, English, Spanish, and then British English out of UK. And so you can simply click on the language of your choice and you can find the link to the next presentation for live presentations. The back office is slick, it's real time. I mean, it just keeps getting better and better. So if you're here and you're serious and you want to build a 6, a 7, an 8, a 9, a 10-figure business, invest the time and energy, everything you need here, find that answer first. If you can't find your answer, reach out to your sponsor. If your sponsor doesn't have the answer, reach out to Big Sam. If Big Sam doesn't have the answer, he's going to reach out to Malachi. And if Malachi can't get an answer, he's going to reach out to me. I'm sure that there's a WhatsApp group for you guys. And so just plug into the resources, guys. It's an honor to be a part of this team. I'm going to go ahead and get this recording buffered up. And I'm going to go ahead and get it sent to you guys as soon as I can here, maybe within the next hour, so that you guys can go ahead and start sharing it and get your hands on the recording. Guys, with that being said, you guys have an amazing rest of your Sunday. God bless you. And we'll see you on the next call.